Hello friends, and welcome to the Nancy Drew Hunger Games, where I will be forcing various iconic Nancy Drew characters to fight to the death until one winner stands. Now, some disclaimers off the top. I didn't come up with this idea. I saw someone post it on the Nancy Drew Reddit a couple months ago, so I will include their post in the description, but I haven't looked at it since. And I think they had different characters than I had, or at least some characters were different. Also, I watched the Hunger Games movies when they originally came out in theaters, but I haven't rewatched them since then, and I've never read the books, so needless to say, I'm not very big on the Hunger Games lore, so don't expect any intimate or thorough knowledge from me there. You can fill me in on the stuff if it's important in the comments. Give me some more context and maybe some examples of funny jokes I could have made if I was more familiar with the Hunger Games. And yes, this is a site called brantsteele.net/hungergames/reaping.php, and I think it just simulates a Hunger Games. I selected a variety of Nancy Drew characters who I thought were pretty iconic and who I'd like to see fight to the death, and I randomized them so it would, pair them up, interestingly, and boy, can I tell you, we have some absolutely iconic, pairs here. Sunny June and George. I see them getting along. I see them being friends. Dwayne and Harper, two absolutely unhinged bedfellows. Wait, maybe bedfellows wasn't the right word to use there. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing in their own time. But right now they're currently fighting to the death, which is surely not what they would choose to do with their own free time, but maybe they would. Maybe out of all these characters, I feel like maybe Dwayne and Harper would be the most likely to volunteer for the Hunger Games. Then we got Frank and Colin Baxter, two absolute simps for Nancy, and I cannot emphasize enough, this was literally just randomized. I put out a numbered list of the amount of Nancy Drew characters I needed. I randomized all the numbers, and this is what came up. It's so good. Hotchkiss and Joe, that's who I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for District 4. Those are my faves. I want them to win. I want them to both win somehow, to both survive. And then Shorty and Nancy, what a dynamic duo. I feel like they are kind of opposites, so maybe they'll balance each other out well. I don't think, from what I remember of the Hunger Games, that it really matters that they're from the same district, though. I think they still have to fight against each other, if I remember correctly. I think there can only be one winner. Maybe not. Because both Katniss and Joss Hutcherson survive, I think, in the Hunger Games. But that was a different scenario, right? That's the whole point of the Hunger Games, is that it's not just a regular Hunger Gamesing, it's a different one. That's why they made a book about it. It's a unique and special one. It's not just your normal average Hunger Games. Anyway, then Big Island Mike and Big Island Miles. Oh my god, it's too good. I couldn't make this up. Okay, Brady and Minette. I'd like to see their egos clash. Suki and Pa. I mean, at least she can't ask him invasive questions about his dead wife. And then Deirdre and Kareen, girl power. Oh my god. Power couple, dare I say? I honestly think they would have the biggest chance of winning it, especially if they cooperate. Maybe they'll have issue with that, because I feel like Deirdre especially doesn't play well with others, I don't think. And Kareen, it's hard to tell if she's just putting on the whole I just want friends act, and to what extent she's putting that on. But maybe she does truly want friends, and she and Deirdre will have a bonding moment. Two icons there. And then, speaking of icons, Lori and Bez. Oh my god, the two blondes. Let's see if they can prove that, brunettes can read, but blondes are more bloodthirsty. That old axiom that we all know. And then Freddie and Ned. Losers. Oh my god, it's too good. I want to see Freddie absolutely beat Ned with a snowball and betray him. And then finally, Lulu the Parrot and Taylor Sinclair. Okay, this is a total tangent, but Taylor Sinclair is the one Nancy Drew character where it's like, I just have to say his full name every time. It feels so weird to just call him Taylor. Like, it feels unnatural. He's not a Taylor. He's a Taylor Sinclair. Full title only, please. Anyway, I think Lulu could get quite vicious. Who will win? Place your bets now. I really want to know. Let's say you can pick two people. Two people you think have the possibility of winning. Let me know in the comments. I would love to see if any of you can guess. Up to two. You can just put one if you're 100% certain that, say, Suki the cat is going to win. Suki the cat is going to scratch everyone's eyes out and their organs and then feast on their eyeballs, you know? That could happen. That could potentially happen. Okay, without further ado, because that was a long intro, let us proceed. Okay, oh my god. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Sunny grabs a jar of fishing bait while Hotchkiss gets fishing gear. What? Sunny, what are you doing? Hotchkiss, what the
fun day
are you doing? This isn't a fishing trip. This is the
fun day
Hunger Games. Ned severely injures George and leaves her to die? Ned, how could you? Ned is acting out. Ned is, like, betraying his inner impulses. Maybe he's like, well, if there's even less people for Nancy to hang out with, then I won't have to fight even more for her time. Lulu snatches a pair of sais. What is a sai? I don't know. I'll put a picture of it up on screen, I guess. Suki finds a full canteen of water. Good job, Suki, using her nose, her animal instincts, you could say. Joel finds Bess hiding in the cornucopia and kills her. Well, firstly, that's so Bess to just hide like a coward in the cornucopia. But Joe, come on, sometimes these two are, like, romantically paired in the books. And he just, no hesitation, kills her. Well, I guess it's the Hunger Games. Let's see what happens next. Shorty shoots an arrow at Kareen, but misses and kills Dwayne instead. Okay, Dwayne Powers is not gonna be winning this Hunger Games. Sorry, everyone who was rooting for him. Freddy snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Oh my god, Freddy is going to make a Molotov cocktail. Good thing she's been practicing her, like, throwing arm for years. She's been training. Like, underneath that snowsuit, one of her arms is just bulging with veiny, horrible muscle. And she's ready. She's trained for this her whole life. Minette runs away from the cornucopia. Minette, you coward! You look all ready to fight. Come on. Pa takes a handful of throwing knives. Pa is going to let out his grief through the healthiest way possible, with violence and throwing knives. Colin runs away from the cornucopia, typical Colin. Corsi runs away like a coward. Big Island Mike also runs away. Brady runs away. Taylor grabs a shovel. What are you going to do with that, Taylor? You going to do some gardening? Miles and Harper fight for a bag. Harper gives up and retreats. Miles got the bag. I'd like to see a fight between Miles and Harper where Harper somehow loses. I mean, he is a horrible demonic robot. So yeah, maybe so he could probably, like, chew her arm off with his little easy bake oven mouth or something. Oh my god, this is what I love to see. Deirdre, Nancy, and Lori, girl bosses, work together to get as many supplies as possible. Girl bosses truly... Deirdre and Nancy working together? Come on. They're dating. They're definitely dating. And Frank runs away as well, like a coward. Okay, that was just the first round. Let's proceed. What happens next? Day 1? That wasn't even the first day. Frank receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Okay, fess up. Fess up. Which one of you Frank Hardy stands is sending him clean water? Is it you, Meg? Lori practices her archery. Good for you, babe. Minette questions her sanity. Yeah, honestly, I was already questioning her sanity before she entered the Hunger Games, so kind of not surprised. Hotchkiss sprains her ankle while running away from Nancy. Oh my god. Miles injures himself. How did you do that, Miles? Ned fishes? Again, what the
fun day?
This is no fishing trip, Ned. Of course Ned just fishes. Everyone else is, like, fighting for their lives out here, and Ned's like, doo-doo-doo-doo, gonna catch a 19-foot-long mouth bass or whatever. Shorty, Sunny, Joe, and Lulu raid Deirdre's camp while she is hunting. Well, that's not very nice, is it? Big Island Mike camouflages himself in the bushes. You know what? I can see Big Island Mike doing that. I can really see Big Island Mike doing that. Taylor receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. How the frick is Taylor Sinclair getting sponsors? Pa thinks about home. He's probably thinking about Ma. He's probably saying, oh gosh, I wish my regular old darn depression and my little corner shop. Connie kills Suki while she's resting. Okay, no way. I would have expected Suki to go pretty far, honestly. Harper tries to sleep through the entire day. Me, if I was in the Hunger Games. If I just sleep, all my problems will go away, right? Freddie receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Probably her dad. Probably Ollie. Brady thinks about home. Colin practices her archery. Her archery. Colin's pronouns are she, her, everyone. Correct your vocabulary appropriately. Colin is trans. A she, her, Colin. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Okay, so these are the people who've died. George, Bess, Dwayne, and Suki. Okay, we don't need to see everyone's stats. Let's just proceed. Night 1. How many days does this go on for? Frank is awoken by nightmares. Colin stays awake all night, probably enjoying his rotten sausage, if you know what I mean. Joe receives clean water from an unknown sponsor, me. Miles goes to sleep. He shuts himself down for the night. Harper stays awake all night, gotta remain vigilant, and she's gonna sleep for the whole day, remember? Hotchkiss quietly hums. Deirdre decapitates Brady with a sword. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Again, I would pay to see that. You know, people say these Hunger Games are bad, but I am thoroughly entertained right now by the concept of Deirdre decapitating Brady Armstrong with a sword. So maybe they aren't so bad. Oh my god. Nancy thinks about home. Oh, good old River Heights. Sonny loses sight of where he is. I bet he lost his glasses. Lori passes out from exhaustion. Oh no, Lori. Look after yourself, girl. Lulu sets up camp for the night. Taylor receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Why the heck is Taylor Sinclair getting all these sponsored gifts? Jordy and Minette huddle for warmth. Oh my god, I did not realize this was gonna get, juicy in other ways other than the just over-the-top violence. Shorty and Minette are dating. Maybe they're not dating. It's a situationship, and the situation is the Hunger Games. Big Island Mike is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Yeah, that's probably because he's been making everyone else do all his work for him for years. Pa fends Ned, Freddie, and Kareen away from his fire. Oh my god, Pa fended off 3 people by himself. That's pretty impressive. Big Island Mike sprains his ankle while running away from Harper. Lulu receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Hotchkiss receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. No, it's known. It's me again. Shorty and Minette work together to drown Lori. No, Lori, I thought she could win as well. Freddie, Frank, and Miles hunt for other tributes. What? What a group. What a group. Nancy travels to higher ground. Sounds like her detective instincts kicking in. Sonny practices his archery. Joe discovers a river. Good for you, Joe. Joe over here, like Lewis and Clarking it. What the heck, Joe? Everyone else, like, practicing their archery, hunting for other people, drowning Lori. Joe is like, oh, look, a river. Taylor fishes. Come on, Taylor. Ned injures himself. Of course he does. Of course he does, clumsy klutz. Colin camouflages herself in the bushes. Kareen tries to sleep through the entire day. Deirdre defeats Pa in a fight, but spares his life. That is character development for you, people. Like, Deirdre in Alibi and Ashes would have killed Pa no hesitation, but since this is Midnight in Salem, Deirdre, she has had that character development, and of course she spares Pa's life. Okay, Brady and Lori are dead. Rest in peace, Brady and Lori. Proceed. Joe fends Deirdre, Lulu, and Sonny away from his fire. Hotchkiss sets an explosion off, killing Miles and Frank? Oh my god, Hotchkiss. Dang, she learned a lot from studying the French Revolution. Pa convinces Kareen to snuggle with him, you dirty old man. What the freak? She's in high school and he's an old man. That's disgusting, Pa. That is disgusting. You disgust me. I hope you die. I hope someone kills you. Colin stays awake all night, again enjoying his sausages. Nancy climbs a tree to rest. She loves getting the high ground, this girl. Big Island Mike, Freddie, and Shorty and Ned sleep in shifts. Some of these alliances are so bizarre. Taylor passes out from exhaustion. What, from fishing all day? Loser. Minette and Harper run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Yeah, I can see that alliance working. Ned tries to sleep through the entire day. You lazy bum. Deirdre goes hunting. Joe questions his sanity. No, my poor sweet boy Joe. Lulu, Harper, and Minette hunt for other tributes again. What an iconic team. What an iconic trio. Big Island Mike, Colin, Hotchkiss, Nancy, and Taylor track down and kill Freddie. Oh my god, all of you against one almost defenseless child, apart from her Molotov cocktail, which she didn't get a chance to use, apparently. That's 4 of them against one small child. Was she really that much of a threat, guys? Shorty, Corinne, Pa, and Sunny hunt for other tributes. Proceed. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Moment of silence for Miles, Frank, and Freddie. Gone too soon. Proceed. Nancy and Hotchkiss run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Yeah, good. My besties hanging out. Joe, Ned, Big Island Mike, Pa, and Colin sleep in shifts. Have you noticed there's a lot of men banding together? Sunny tends to Deirdre's wounds. Whoa. Am I sensing a bit of sexual tension here? Taylor screams for help. Of course he does. There's no help coming for you, Taylor. Even your sponsor has deserted you. Corinne tries to treat her infection, but maybe doesn't work. Lulu thinks about winning. I can see Lulu winning. Her head's in the game. She's in this for the long run. Some other people are, screaming for help, questioning their sanity. Lulu just thinking about winning. Harper receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Minette screams for help. Shorty unknowingly eats toxic berries. Come on, Shorty. Out of everyone, I feel like you should know what berries are toxic. You're a cook. You're a chef. You should know these things. I don't think Shorty is long for this world. Colin overhears Lulu and Taylor talking in the distance. About what, though? About what? Minette sprains her ankle while running away from Hotchkiss. I swear half the people now have sprained ankles. It's not gonna go well for them, I don't think. Big Island Mike constructs a shack, a little beach shack. He's gonna start selling, shaved ice out of it next, we hear. Deirdre poisons Nancy's drink, she drinks it and dies. Betrayal, absolute betrayal. That's the Romeo and Juliet moment, though. It's the Romeo and Juliet. I'm sure it was just a misunderstanding. They just... lack of communication. I'm sure it was they were gonna, have a suicide pact, but it didn't work out, just like in Romeo and Juliet. Wow, dang, Deirdre. Although, honestly, if anyone were to kill Nancy, I can see Deirdre doing it. That's very sexy of her. Sunny fishes, good for you. Pa tries to spear a fish with a trident. Joe searches for firewood. Ned collects fruit from a tree. Good for you, Ned. Harper tries to spear fish with a trident. Corinne thinks about home. Proceed. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Goodbye, Shorty. Goodbye, Nancy. You will be missed. Okay, who could win? I don't know how many knights there are. There can't be that many people left. Deirdre convinces Sunny to not kill her, only to kill him instead. Absolutely savage, Deirdre. Absolutely savage. Lulu, Hotchkiss, and Minette get into a fight. Hotchkiss triumphantly kills them both. Hotchkiss standing there, Lulu's lifeless corpse in one hand, Minette's decapitated head in the other, holding them up and going, that's a power move. Taylor and Joe fight Harper and Pa. Taylor and Joe survive. Dang, honestly, I would have been betting on Harper. She's just so feral. I feel like she could win any fight. But apparently not. Ned, Big Island Mike, Colin, and Corinne sleep in shifts. I think I'm pronouncing Corinne's name differently every time I say it out loud, but that's because I don't know which the correct pronunciation is, so I gotta do both, just to cover all my bases, The feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Taylor decides not to go to the feast, probably because he doesn't have a loving family. He knows they wouldn't send him anything. Big Island Mike also decides not to go to the feast. Controversial decision. Hotchkiss severely injures Deirdre, but puts her out of her misery. Y'all, I think Hotchkiss might win this. She's being utterly savage. She's got the bloodlust now. Rest in peace, Deirdre, though. That is sad. Deirdre was also doing really well. Colin, Joe, Ned, and Corinne team up to grab food supplies, weapons, and memoirs. Hotchkiss and Joe track down and kill Colin. That's for sending Nancy your rotten sausages, you little bitch. Get him. Big Island Mike travels to higher ground. Taylor and Corinne work together for the day. Okay. Ned explores the arena. Typical Ned doing the most boring thing every day. 7 cannon shots. 7 people have died. Sunny, Lulu, Minette, Harper, Pa, Deirdre, and Colin. What's everyone's status? How many people? So we just have Hotchkiss, Joe, Big Island Mike, Corinne, Ned, and Taylor left. I should make like a final guess of who I think is going to win. Oh my god, Hotchkiss has 7 kills! She's a maniac. I love that for her. Yeah, I definitely think Hotchkiss is gonna win, but I'll probably be proved wrong. I would be so devastated if Ned wins. Oh my god, I'd have to, like, give Ned some credit. When would I ever do that? Please, I'm rooting for Ned to be killed. Hotchkiss picks flowers? Girly, you're like the top 5 of the Hunger Games. What are you doing picking flowers? She's lost it, but hopefully she's lost it in a way that makes her go on like a violent killing spree without any thought. I feel like that's already kind of happened for her. Oh my god. Ned sprains his ankle while running away from Taylor. Good. Weaken him, make him more likely to die. Joe explores the arena. Big Island Mike chases Corinne. No cannon shots. No one died that round. Night 6. Corinne cries herself to sleep. Oh, poor baby. Oh, I feel bad for putting her in this fight to the death now. She's just a high schooler. She's a bit traumatized. I mean, she did do some pretty savage and evil acts herself, but, you know, there's a limit to what even a baby psychopath can take. Hotchkiss and Taylor run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Don't trust her, Taylor Sinclair. Do not trust Hotchkiss. Big Island Mike tries to sing himself to sleep. Weeki-tiki. Joe questions his sanity. I think Joe has been questioning his sanity a lot. He's been having a lot of inner turmoil. He's been having some very introspective moments. Ned receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. I hope he explodes himself with that. Although, honestly, like, some of the things they pick up don't actually come into play, I've noticed in this. Like, Freddy had all the ingredients to make a Molotov cocktail, and that never came to fruition. Day 7. It's only been a week. So much has happened. Corinne spreads her ankle while running away from Joe. Is there anyone in this that doesn't have a sprained ankle? Big Island Mike explores the arena. I feel like you probably know the arena by now, Mike. You've been here for 7 days. Hotchkiss severely injures Ned, but puts him out of his misery. Yes. Fun day. You, Ned, you're not winning the Hunger Games. Loser. He made it a lot farther than I thought he would, honestly. Okay, good. Now I don't have to say any nice things about Ned. Hotchkiss has killed so many people. Oh my god, she just keeps slaying. She's slaying, and she's slaying. Slay Queen. Taylor explores the arena. Okay, rest in peace, Ned. No one cares. Taylor receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. He already got a hatchet. If he wasted it, that's his fault. Stop giving him hatchets. Joe cooks his food before putting his fire out. I'm glad Joe is, like, cooking his little food while everyone else is, like, killing each other. Okay, Hotchkiss also cooks her food before putting her fire out. Corinne lets Big Island Mike into her shelter. Day 8. Corinne receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Corinne also has a hatchet. Joe, Hotchkiss, and Taylor hunt for other tributes. What are you doing? There's not even that many other tributes. Just kill each other. Come on, get it over with. Big Island Mike is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Embarrassing for him. Like, people are out here, like, getting hunted down and killed. And Big Island Mike is like, oh, I got an owie from picking berries. No cannon shots. Everyone's status. Let's see, how many people have Hotchkiss killed now? 8. followed by Joe with 4 kills and Taylor with 3 kills. Corinne has not killed nearly as many people as I expected she would. Proceed. Taylor, Joe, and Hotchkiss cheerfully sing songs together. They've lost their damn minds. You know what? I respect their ability to stay positive in the midst of this absolute bloodshed gore fest. They've killed, like, among them, like, 13 people, and they're just like, kumbaya. That's so good. Big Island Mike received clean water from an unknown sponsor. Corinne cries herself to sleep. Oh my god. These 3 are, like, kumbayaing around the campfire, and Corinne is crying herself to sleep. Horrible. Joe stabs Hotchkiss while her back is turned. What an upset. I did not anticipate this. I guess Joe was right. She was the biggest threat. Good for him for taking that opportunity. Big Island Mike kills Taylor as he tries to run. Good riddance. I also wouldn't have been happy if Taylor won. I'd be happy if any of these people won. Honestly, any of the leftovers. Oh, Corinne dies from hypothermia, bestie. No. She was soaked through by her tears. Soaked and cold with her tears. Okay, so it's between Big Island Mike and Joe. I think Big Island Mike. But maybe Joe will surprise us all. Okay, Hotchkiss. Oh my god, you were the best of us. Rest in peace, Hotchkiss. You sweet soul. Rest in peace, Corinne, as well. I don't give a flip that Taylor Sinclair is dead. Here is where I'll edit in a tasteful bugle tribute if I can find one that's royalty free. Okay, proceed. Big Island Mike shoots an arrow into Joe's head. Wasn't he practicing his archery earlier? It all paid off. Oh my god. The winner is Big Island Mike from District 6. Here is our winner, everyone. Big Island Mike. The Big Island winner. Honestly, I'm not too surprised. I can see him winning the Hunger Games. Oh my god. Good for you, Big Island Mike. Now you can bring home the bacon. The blood money bacon. The blood bacon. Blood bacon. He only had 3 kills. He was playing smart, not hard. Who was the most kills? I think it was still Hotchkiss. Yeah, 8 kills for Hotchkiss. Damn. Who was last? George. George last place. That I would not have expected. Ned was first kill. First blood George, first kill Ned. Again, totally unexpected. I did not realize that. And Corinne almost was killed at the start, but she made it so far. That's impressive. I think my favorite moment was Deirdre decapitating Brady with this sword. Incredible. Here's our statistics. Oh yeah, now we can see that Hotchkiss had by far the most kills. Wow, that was so dramatic. I loved the drama of that. I absolutely loved it. I hope you enjoyed it too. Did your pick win? Should we have placed money on this? Should we have had actual betting with real money on this? No, we shouldn't have. I would definitely have lost money. Let me know your thoughts on the outcome of this. What surprised you? What did not surprise you at all? And like, comment, and subscribe if you were reveling in the bloodshed.